You can do an assisted squat. So if you were, let's say where you wash dishes, the sink area, you could just use the actual sink to brace yourself and just to do a squat there. And then if you're even feeling more advanced, you can just do a simple body squat. So what you want to do is just feet shoulder width apart. You want to keep your back nice and straight. And then, here I'll go in a slight angle for you. And then what I use is I just put my arms out for a little bit of balance, and then I'll squat down right there, and then come right back up. So that's going to work your whole lower body while helping your posterior chain and your spine. So it's really good.
Okay, so next we're going to do push-ups or chest exercises. I'm going to start from most advanced and kind of work my way down. So the most advanced would be just a standard push-up. You're going to want to have your hands about shoulder width apart, toes together, and just down and up. That's going to work your chest and your triceps. Just kind of build up to that. The next one you can do would be like an assisted wall push-up. Actually, before that, the kneeling. You can do a kneeling one. Same thing, about shoulder width apart. Instead on your toes, you're going to be on your knees. Just down and up. And this is a good beginner one. Would be a wall or anything. Ours is based on the road activities. So if you're at your hotel room, you could lean up against a wall or the bed. The lower the object is, the more intense the exercise. So you start out with like against the bed. It's gonna be the same thing. Just down and up. And those are gonna be like the 3 variations for your chest exercise.
Okay, so this again is for when you're traveling on the road. So like let's say you go to motels, usually they have like a phone book or something. I just use my school book, so you can grab that. I'm going to be teaching you how to do the Russian twist. And again, you can do different variations and intensities based on what you're comfortable with. So you're going to want to sit down, and then just to start off with nice low intensity, you can just bring it back and forth. Like you can go as fast as slow as you feel comfortable with. And then if you want to increase a little bit more, just slightly raise your feet and then go from left to right. And this works your abdominal muscles and your obliques. And then you can even increase it a little bit faster, so depending on what you're comfortable with. Another abdominal workout is, I'll go sideways for this one, it's called the boat pose. And what you can do for this one is make sure your back is nice in a straight alignment with your chin up, so you have proper alignment. You want to first just put your arms out in front of you like this at a slight angle, and this is again working your abdominals. And then to increase the intensity to the second one, what you can do is just raise your feet up slightly like this. Again, keep your head nice and straight, your back aligned. And then to increase a little bit more, just bring your arms above your head, and then here you'll feel a little bit of a quiver. Here, that's good, your abdominals are being fully engaged. And then what you can do is just to lower it, just bring your arms down or to the floor. So there's 3 different levels that you can do based on what you're comfortable with. And that will also work your quads, your erector spinae, your internal and external abdominals, and your deltoids when you lift your arms up. So that's for your abdominal muscles.
A couple exercises that you can use with 2 basic things, one being your shoes and the other being this band, working on both strength and endurance. First exercise you can do with the TheraBand is your shoulder press. So you can either do this standing or sitting, like in a chair, as I'll demonstrate later. But you just want to take the band behind your back, press just up like this, and repeat this 6 to 8 times depending on your strength ability. And there's different thickness in these bands, so if this is easy for you, you can use different size thickness. Another way to do it is in a chair like this. Take the band, put it underneath the chair, in a seated position, up like this, same as before. It's working the same muscles, your deltoids, your triceps. And then another thing you can do with your shoes, it's actually a great workout. If you do it long enough, hold your shoes out like this. What you're going to do is hold them for 30 seconds to 1 minute, depending on your ability. And then you'll do arm raises just like this for 30 seconds to 1 minute. After a while, it actually takes a toll on your shoulders. And then you're going to do the same thing like this. Hold this for 30 seconds to 1 minute. and do arm raises just like this for 30 seconds to 1 minute. This exercise can last anywhere from 4 to 8 minutes. It's a great endurance exercise for your shoulders.
The basics for the exercises they just mentioned are stuff like you want to get your triceps back here, so if my shirt goes like that, put it above your head and just as far as you can reach. You don't have to push it too hard. It's all static stretching, which basically means you're not moving, you don't want to bounce or anything. And if you pull back on your elbow up here, you'll feel it stretch right in your triceps, and then you switch and do the other. And another one is your shoulders and a bit of your back. You just pull your arm straight across like that. You'll feel it, and like you say, where you're comfortable, you don't want to push it too far. And one that I use personally for your sides and a bit of your back and your butt, actually, your glutes, you go like this, and if you can, obviously you said you had knee surgery, so this might not work, but if you can, it's more for just to get some leverage. You just push off like this. You feel it right here, a little bit down here too. That's about it. It's pretty simple.
And I stretch every morning when I wake up. So in the morning, you can do this in bed. It makes getting up a little funner. It's just your regular hamstring stretch. So you just reach towards your toes, and I found that you can't go all the way right away. If you start just here and just wait it out, and then, I mean, if you like spending time in the morning, you can do that for as long as you want, just to get, that way throughout the day you start nice and loose, and it helps there. So the first one is just reaching towards your toes, just like that. And then another one would be, you can do this standing, do it against the countertop, just grabbing your foot and raising it, holding this for support if you like. If you can't get it up all the way, you can use like a belt on your leg, and that'll raise it like that. And then another good one is, say, going against the wall, and this stretches your calves out there. And I usually do 20, 30 seconds, about as many times as you want. You can feel it getting looser and looser and feeling it better and better. And you can put a can, which I do not have, and then leaning against the wall with your foot on that can, it'll stretch that as well.
Is you're going to start with your legs just kind of shoulder width apart, and you just bend one leg slightly, and then what you're going to do is just breathe in, and as you exhale, go ahead and lift this leg back, and we're going to keep the knees straight and toes pointed straight. So when I bring it back and just hold it for a couple seconds, and then you can go ahead and bring it back, and you can repeat a couple times. And again, if you are comfortable and you don't need a chair, hands at the hips are fine, hands out are fine. Either way works. So we'll just back, and then again you can switch and do the other foot. And another one that's kind of similar is the side leg raise. So this is where you're just going to be standing again, and you will bend the knee or the leg that you're going to be standing on just slightly, and then we're going to just take it out to the side and hold it for a little bit and bring it back in, and we can repeat. And I would say probably about 10 to 15 per side, and then go ahead and switch legs. And again, if you're comfortable, you don't need to use the chair at all. And the next one we're going to do is the side leg stance. So it's kind of the same concept. So you're just going to bend one of your legs. And what we're going to do with this one, again, you can use a chair just for demonstration purposes. I'm just going to stand. And so what we're going to do is make kind of a triangle. So you're going to put front foot forward, then side, and then back. And then you keep moving. And you don't really press with your foot. It's just more trying to keep all the weight on this foot. And then you can switch, and I would say probably 10, 12 triangles is good. And then go ahead and switch. And then the last one is the heel to toe walk. So what you're going to do is just put your arms out, and when you do walk, heel to toe, so obviously you'll put your heel first, and then as you step forward, you'll put most of your weight on the toe. So we'll just walk. And then as you're walking forward, the heel of your front foot should touch or be very close to the toes of the backwards. So and you can do about 20, 25 of those and switch directions to switch it up.
So one of the important things I wanted to focus on is during commercial breaks. Commercials usually last about 5 minutes. So I wanted to give you a couple core exercises that you could do during commercial breaks. So the first one is just a basic crunch. This is working just your main abdomen. Then do about 30 of those, take about a 20-second rest. Then go all the way up to a full sit-up, back down again, about 30 times, and then take about a 20-second rest. Then we're gonna switch over to your obliques. So you're bringing your knees to the side, laying down, similar to that crunch, except you're on the side. So 30, take about a 20-second rest. Switching over to that other side, keeping everything even. And then the final one is to work your lower core. So you're gonna lay completely flat on your back. Make sure that your lower back is flat as well. I like to sit on my hands. You can also bring your hands out. You're rising one leg up and back down, up and back down. You can also, for a level of difficulty, raise that other leg and keep them switched.
So our group is focusing on exercises and stretches that you can do while you're at work. Obviously, I'm still in my work clothes and I can do all of these exercises without being too uncomfortable. So first we want to start off, you've been sitting at your desk, you've been walking around all day, so we just want to warm you up, relieve some of that stress. So we're going to start off, you can just either do it sitting or standing, but we'll do it sitting today. So you're sitting at a computer, oh my goodness. So you're gonna do some neck rolls just to warm up all those muscles, relieve some of that tension, nice and slow. You can switch the direction. You can do just directions themselves. You can go from one side to the other. Getting a nice stretch. You can go forwards, trying to touch your chin to your chest and then backwards, looking up at the sky. You wanna try to keep your shoulders open. Nice relaxed, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another exercise we can do, start to warm up that back. We've been sitting in our chair all day, our back's tired. So you're just gonna twist to the side, twist to the other side, nice and slow. Really trying to stretch. You can get some of your obliques, as she was just demonstrating, because those will be sore from doing your crunches during commercial breaks. And you'll get your back nice and loose as well.